The biggest thing I want to talk about was if there's one tool that I've used over the last. Actually, it was funny because I was looking through my shit and I found all these journals. And I actually started off with the good old Cardone 10X planner.
Oh, Cardone.
Was that?
Oh, Cardone.
Cardone's, yeah, he had like a planner I got back in the day.
Nice.
And I filled it all up. And then I found this little other journal thing. And basically, it's just like you fill it out in the morning and at night. And I filled all of it. But the point is, if I'm like a dog chasing cars, okay? I could be really disciplined, but without a clear focus of what I'm going to do, I'm like, king of procrastination. I mean, at this point, like time isn't exactly the best. Being on time for shit ain't exactly my forte, right?
No, you're actually one of the worst I've ever met.
Worst. Yeah, exactly. So, but, we always talk about in the group that like, we always talk about like, how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? And how it starts is how it ends, or how it starts is usually how it ends. Well, I've just learned that for me, and I think a lot of other people, how your day starts is often how it ends as well, or how it goes. So if you don't have a target and you have no idea what you're going to do, and you're trying to start your own, lead gen business, trying to be an entrepreneur, how are you going to hit what you don't have? Like if you're just leaving it up to chance, like most people, I get it. You got families and, lives and everything, you get going and, you're out the door, you're going. But if you truly want to make a lot of progress in your lead gen business, for me, I've just learned that I need to have more of a structure. And that's where these little, journals come into play. So, I mean, we have like, you got some printed. This is what I talked about at the, mastermind. But they're pretty sick. Like this is just an example. They're called the Hustle handbooks. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty sick. They look really good. And the thing I think is really useful about these is there's nothing magical about them. It just sets your day off right. Okay. So basically, first thing I do is right beside my bed. And there's something about writing shit down that just, you can't really, like, I know people, there's apps and stuff like that. I've tried a whole bunch of different stuff. The cool thing about doing it and having it right by your bed, like actually put my phone on it so I can't ignore it, is first thing you do when you wake up is there's a few things you do. You write 3 things you want to accomplish that day, 3 things you're grateful for, and then 3 basically affirmations they're called, which is just like positive statements that you want to, eventually have or, become true. And it's some of this stuff is woo-woo, I know, for some people. It definitely was for me at the beginning, but honestly, nothing has worked better for me in my life, and as far as making progress and accomplishing goals and just setting new income targets and health and all this stuff, than setting this one routine up. And then at night, what you do is you do it again. Like, it takes maybe 3 to 5 minutes. You just recap the day, same thing, and then you just rinse and repeat. And again, for me anyway, it sets the day off right and it gives me a structure. So, I mean, I think a big problem people have is, well, there's actually 2 problems I see most people have in this group. They either have no targets whatsoever for the day, or they have too many targets, right? So it's like people tend to be all or nothing. And if you have no target, you can't hit what you don't shoot for, what you don't aim at, right? But people then will, try to set way too many targets as well, and then they get overwhelmed and you don't end up accomplishing anything, or even if you do, you feel like shit because your list was too long. So I think you need to set at least 1 to 3 targets, but the key I find is it's kind of like counterintuitive. You want to set the bar low to win. In other words, even if you just have one like business target that you want to hit that day, like I don't care if it's like, setting up a couple more, pages on your lead gen site, or, making an offer to a couple more business owners, or, whatever it is, like, getting your due diligence sheet done that day, whatever it is. Like if you set the bar really low, even if you don't accomplish it, you know, that night you can rewrite, okay, I got to do this tomorrow, and then just start over again tomorrow. Like, it's just, again, it's about focus and just targets. And that's what's, for me, made all the difference.